Do you get triggered easily in your new relationship or in your new dating stage? If you do, then this video is for you because you could be struggling from past triggers and you could be bringing these past triggers into your new relationship and it could actually ruin your new relationship. And when I talk about a trigger, so I'm talking about an extreme emotional reaction to a situation because you assign it to a past event. For example, you could be operating from your traumatic mind. Let's say, as a child, you didn't get the love and support, your ex confirmed this, and then you move into a new relationship and you don't feel valued, you don't feel wanted. Anything that can make you feel a certain way, you can relate it to this past experience. And what you do, you operate actually from the past experience, from the traumatic memory, instead of being present in the here and now. And this is what I mean by being triggered in your new relationship. But let's talk about the triggers. So, of course, one of the triggers is trust issues. And as you know, in every successful relationship, you need to have trust. And when there's little to no trust, it's hard to be happy in a relationship. And trust issues often come up from previous relationships where you have been hurt, cheated on, or lied to. And this can, impact on your current relationship because you don't trust your new partner. Even when he's telling you the truth, you operate from this traumatic mind, so you don't trust him. And this is one of the triggers that you could be bringing into your new relationship. But let's talk about the other triggers as well. So, what I wanted to talk about is you could have another trigger of assigning your current partner's behaviors to your ex's behaviors. And what I mean by that, let's say he acted in a way that was, you think it's similar, most likely it's not similar. But let's use an example, okay? So let's say your ex used not to answer your phone calls and ignore you all the time. But then your current partner was busy in a meeting and he didn't answer your phone call and text messages. You technically get triggered because you assign this behavior to your ex. While it's different right now, you're not there, you're not with your ex, and he's actually busy in a meeting. And this can ruin your relationship. And this can be one of the most damaging triggers that you can bring into a new relationship, and you need to be aware about it. And you can act in the same way you used to act when your ex used to ignore your phone calls and text messages, and that's why it's a bit risky. So this is the second sign. Let's talk about the third sign as well, that you could be, it tells me that you're triggered and you're bringing your past traumas into your current relationship. And there's something, let's talk about something that's internal happening to you, your inner critique. Every one of us has an inner critique. And if your inner critique has always made you believe that love was not for you, your partner doesn't care about you, and you confirmed it with your ex because he didn't care about you. What you do without healing, without going through the process, you bring this negative thought into the new relationship. And you keep telling yourself, he doesn't care about me. And this can make your relationship turn into something that's not satisfying, where there's no trust, there's no communication, because deep down you believe he doesn't care about you, and this is because of your inner critique. And you learn this behavior could be due to childhood, or when your ex cheated on you, lied to you, or made you feel you weren't important. So you bring this type of trauma into your new relationship. And the key to having a healthy relationship is actually letting go of the negative thoughts, letting go of the triggers, and connecting more to yourself and knowing your good qualities. That's one of the keys to leading to a healthy relationship. And another trigger that you could be bringing into your new relationship because of past traumas or your previous relationships with your ex, it could be feeling insecure. So feeling insecure comes down to your attachment style. And whether you have anxious attachment style or avoidance attachment style, it could affect your relationship. And the key is to start working on having a secure attachment style. And for example, let's say, your partner had to go away for work. If you have an insecure attachment style and you've been with exes who confirmed your insecure attachment style, you're most likely going to worry about him talking to other women, him, leaving you, you feeling abandoned. And there's subconscious beliefs about you feeling abandoned, which creates this feeling of insecurity in a relationship. And what you do, instead of connecting more with your man, you push him away and you ruin your relationship. And it's really important, and feel free to write this down. In order to have a secure attachment style, you need to be able to have the ability to identify your worry. The differences between someone who's secure and someone who's not insecure is the way they identify the worry. Stop internalizing everything. Stop thinking about the worst case scenario in order for you to have a successful relationship. And it's really important to let go of these triggers that you're carrying with you, because they could ruin your relationships. And what also I want to talk about is, if you're struggling with traumas and you're struggling with triggers from past relationships, it could bring unrealistic expectations to your relationship, where no matter what your partner does, it's not enough for you. It's not enough for you, and you keep doubting their efforts. For example, let's say, you always think about the worst case scenario. You have an expectation, of you being treated that way. And even if he treats you that way, it's not good enough. You always have this barrier or a wall to protect yourself, and you set in realistic expectations, because unrealistic expectations, they come from trauma response. You set them to protect yourself, but at the same time, you could ruin your relationship. Let's say you expect him to, go out with you every single day. You expect him not to have time with his friends. And this is what I refer to as unrealistic expectations. You expect him not to work full time, for example, even when he has to work full time. And this can ruin your relationship. So when you have unrealistic expectations, it's a traumatic response. And it's time to truly heal. If you're ready to heal, DM me on Instagram, leave a comment below. Make sure to follow me on this channel. Make sure to actually share this video with your friends and leave a like. And and if you need any further support, let me know in the comments. I'm here to support you. And thank you all for watching. If you do have any questions, feel free to comment below. Thank you all for being here.